Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to a new edition, Unit 5 reading, Innovation in a Changing World, with your host, me, Mrs. Inman. Are you excited to get started? Week 1, what you're going to need today is your mentor text. It looks like this. You may have to dig it out. I know I sent it home with you at pickup. A pencil and some Post-it notes. Go ahead and get those things. You might need to pause, right? All right. So today our goal is I can view and discuss multimedia. I can ask questions about a topic. All right. In this unit, we will learn about how technology affects and brings value to people's lives. That's our essential question. It's right on the front here. That's what we're going to be looking to answer by the end of the unit. What value does technology bring to people's lives? In the bottom right corner, it says real world perspectives. What is the most urgent problem you think technology should be used to solve? What technology is most important in your daily life and why? Do you think technological change is mostly positive or mostly negative and why? We're going to be able to answer some of those questions as well. All right, let's take a look. We're going to just observe this video right now. Look, see, what do you see when you see the pictures? Focus on images. Images are a way to show ideas and feelings without using words. All right. Now we're going to watch it with sound. Listen. Focus on what you're hearing.
Innovation in a changing world.
The Industrial Revolution of the 1800s changed the world. People left farms in rural areas to work in factories in urban areas. These newcomers gained access to all that growing cities had to offer, good and bad. They also lost a way of life that had sustained them for generations. What value does technology bring to people's lives?
Okay. Let's talk about some different types of questions. We've got thin questions. I don't know if you remember this from, 2 units ago maybe. Thin questions. They're easy to answer. You can find the answer directly in the text. One-word answers. Usually only one right answer. Those are really thin questions. But then we have our thick questions. Thick questions are harder to answer. You need to use evidence. You need to really think, higher level thinking skills. And there are many possible answers to the question. Go ahead and turn to page 4. Here are some thick questions. So these are solar panels. Some of you have maybe seen them. They're really popping up kind of all over. You see like solar panel fields. Why do people use the solar panels? How do solar panels improve people's lives? Why might solar panels be an important technology for a community? So, what value does technology bring to people's lives? Our thick questions are the ones we just talked about. Why do people use solar panels? How do solar panels improve people's lives? Why might solar panels be an important technology for a community? Those are thick questions. You can't just provide a one-word answer. It's your turn. Look at the photos on page 4 and 5. So it'd be these pictures right here. Write a thick question based on what you see, based on what you observe. Use the sentence starters as a guide. They need to be a thick question. You can't just be able to answer it with one word. Pause the video and go ahead and do that. Welcome back. I want you to evaluate your learning. I can view and discuss multimedia. I can ask questions about a topic. Where are you on this? Are you a 4? I've got this. I can teach it. Are you a 3? I can do this on my own. 2? I can do it with some help. Or 3? Or 1? I'm still confused. Put that number in your corner of your mentor text. I cannot wait to see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.